Everyone has an ego. A healthy, strong ego is the basis of a successful, driven individual. But what happens when an ego goes too far? When can someone really be called an egomaniac?
Sometimes I appear arrogant.
Fuck you, sit down!
That's only because I'm the best.
Everybody seemed very shaken up by September 11th, and I thought, I don't live in New York.
What's it like to cross an egomaniac?
I became totally lacking in confidence.
No way was I ever going to have a mental breakdown, but by God, it happened.
I'm not a person who would ever commit suicide, but the thoughts were very persistent.
Is there a limit on how big an ego can become?
What better manifestation than to be like God?
He was the mouthpiece of God, and God spoke through him. So what he said was God.
And what lengths would an egomaniac go to get their own way?
The bodies have been so badly beaten and so badly attacked. It was certainly a very gruesome scene.
From the overbearing boss to the ego that spirals dangerously out of control, this film journeys deep into the mind of the egomaniac.
It's all right to be arrogant as long as you're not ignorant and you're the best at your job. Okay? And I am the best at my job. So sometimes I appear arrogant. Okay? That's only because I'm the best.
Huge egos are often found in the world of business. Self-made millionaire Frank Tuff is responsible for creating Europe's biggest market, Camden. Now he wants to repeat the success in Liverpool.
Well, yeah, usually they never listen to me, but they will do. One of these days they'll say, oh, God, he does know what he's talking about. Oh, no, you look after yourself. God bless, mate. Till that way. Bye-bye. 2008, yeah, is European City of Culture. 1.5 million more people will come to Liverpool that year, just like they did to Glasgow. Why are they coming back? Tourism. And that's what we're about. Tourism, okay? We will create the biggest tourist attraction outside of London. Hence, people will come here. I can bring an extra 200,000 a week into Merseyside, which is half their population.
Following Frank for a day, it's clear to see that he has a larger-than-life ego. But can he really be called an egomaniac?
If I open 3 days a week, and you take £3,000, how much is a reasonable rent?
150.
What?
150.
150? Yeah. Then you might as well pack yourself up and go now, because if I get you £3 a week, yeah, I'll be at least looking for £400 a bit, okay? Are you crazy? Yeah, he came in, I swear to God, he said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I was, please, take a seat, mate. Just please take a seat. Fuck you, sit down, you and I was sorry for using that C word, but, you know, just lost it. And then by the time he got halfway down the corridor, I got past him. So, my brother's like, Frank, don't hit him. I can go from meek and mild to complete nutcase like that. Okay, and back to make a mild like that. Yeah? And that's the only way you can do my job.
Frank Tuff has got the biggest ego you will ever see in a man. He thinks he is the best at everything. He is, no matter what you've done, where you've been, he's done it and he's done it better. He's the best skier. He's the best racing driver. He's the best boxer. He's the best market operator. He's the best in bed. He's the best at life. He's got the best girlfriends. He's got the best car. Everything you can think of, he thinks he's at the top. And sometimes I think, come back down to earth a little bit.
For many, Frank might appear as the ultimate egomaniac. But in today's society, the term is often misused. The true definition of the word relates to something far more sinister. Professor Jeremy Coyd is a forensic psychiatrist. He studied the ego for over 40 years. From teenage truants to mass-murdering psychopaths, he's experienced the full spectrum of what the ego is capable of.
Ego is a total necessity for all people, that unless you have some sense of yourself and then some sense of importance and individuality of yourself, you have enormous problems. You have enormous problems in life, coping, and you have enormous problems in relating to others. Egomania is an interesting term which is not used by psychologists or psychiatrists. It actually is something that goes back to the 19th century, the idea of being essentially mad in narrow areas of life and behaviour. Egomania, I think it is the layman's term for narcissistic personality disorder, yes.
The term narcissistic derives from the mythical image of Narcissus, the boy who pined away at his own reflection and became a symbol of destructive self-love.
One of the things that with narcissism is that everybody does need a degree of narcissism, and in fact narcissism relates to success in life. There's a direct relationship. The more narcissistic you are, the more financial, material success you have in life.
Psychologists have defined a list of 9 characteristics associated with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. Many of us display these traits but learn to control them. But for those who cannot, like a pressure gauge, danger arises when the needle hits red. And Frank clearly displays 3 of the 9 characteristics.
When you get confidence and you can dance, yeah, the girls talk to you. And more girls talk to me than anything.
Arrogance.
I created the biggest tourist attraction in the UK. So I know I'm good.
Grandiosity. But perhaps Frank's most dominant characteristic is preoccupation with success.
I drive myself hard because of failure. I never want to fail.
Take the pay 105. Bollocks to it.
You want something?
I'm not a fucking stupid person, you know.
I always want to succeed in everything I do.
I want each and every one of those people chased up right now.
Yeah.
Okay? The ones that you know are here.
Yeah.
Okay? I want them in the next 29 fucking minutes. I want it now.
I would call myself a very confident person, not an egomaniac. I would not call myself an egomaniac.
He's an idiot. John Whelan, John. Can I shout any fucking louder?
I'm a very, very quick learner. Might take me half a year to learn your job. Take me about half an hour to learn his. And about 15 minutes to learn hers. Okay? Sorry about that. That's my ego coming out.
Although Frank displays 3 traits associated with narcissistic personality disorder, to be clinically diagnosed, you need to have 5 or more dominating your character at the same time. Such individuals have personalities that can border on the unhealthy.
Everybody seemed very shaken up by September 11th, and I thought, I don't live in New York.
There are 9 characteristics associated with egomania, or as it's clinically known, narcissistic personality disorder. For some, these traits